Boom. We are live. A little bit sunburnt, but we are live. Been at the kids' carnival all weekend. That sunglasses tan almost makes me look like Where's Wally, according to my daughter. But we on Jack Hardman first. That's fast, Jack. Very fast. But we are back, your favourite non-biased media that covers as much of boxing as possible and includes everybody. We are back. Thank you for your patience, and I love everybody reaching out. Billy Polkinghorn, Jack Hardman, let's fucking go. Naked Chef, Troy Pilcher, Walshy. Hey, Luke Wilson was robbed. Robbie McKean. Luke Wilson? Maybe Liam Wilson. Kareem Hussein, but that's all right, that happens. Kareem, how are you, brother? Taj. Shawnee91, it's been a minute, has been a minute, mate. Sorry, I had a death in the family, and that has kept me otherwise preoccupied. Skinny pretty biased, to be honest. Jack Hardman, yes, you do know him. Christian Curley, hey, mate, how are you? Coachy, Frankie Pianto. Frankie. Ace Boxing are looking for a guy around 61 kilos, I think. Hardy Hillary. So if anybody knows of anybody, check the Ace Boxing page. Get in contact with Ange. They're looking for a fighter. I meant Liam, sorry. I know, mate. I'm just giving you a bit of a hard time having a laugh. Tahi Tate, the big wolf, head of the wolf pack. Billy Polkinghorn, what's on for today? Mate, we're going to break down the Liam Wilson fight, the Sky Nicholson fight. And, mate, I'd love to talk to you soon to see what's going on with you. Coach Jamie Pittman.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
What's doing, buddy?
I'm just looking at you. Where are you? Cafe. Oh, no, the cat's there.
Backyard.
Mate, I'll tell you right now, Frankie Pianto would love you. He used to always have his cats on the go live.
You been good? How is Frankie, mate?
Hey, Frankie's good, as far as I can tell. Running CSC, getting Beck Hawker ready. He's been doing a bit with a few people. He's in top form last time I spoke to him.
Yeah, awesome.
What's doing with you?
Mate, just in the gym. Came back from Bali. Just back, put my head down and back in the gym again.
What are you doing in Bali?
I just get away for...
Yeah.
It was good. Bali's all right. Who's that bloke?
I'm Mexican.
Come on now.
You like the mustache?
Come on now.
I've got the
I
Mexican
love the
look
mustache.
going on. How are we?
We're good. Brother, how are you?
Busy, as always. 6 kids. Running the gym and, yeah, training, getting ready for a fight.
Almost exactly the same as Skinny, except you haven't been to Bali.
Oh. No, I didn't have the luxury of going to Bali, no way. But, yeah, just very busy. And
Not a luxury, to be honest.
No?
Third world countries.
Was it business? Was it business?
Nah, no business, mate. Just a family holiday. That's all.
Oh, beautiful.
Mate,
How was the family?
Showtime. You'd think that he was working on footwork the way he was ducking and dodging those scooters. You should have seen him try and get across the road.
Hard work there, mate.
There was upper body movement, head work, the whole lot.
Sweat training over there too. I bet you it ain't cool.
Nah. It's monsoon season, so I was like maybe 29, 30 every day. But just muggy. Very, very muggy.
Yeah.
Kind of heat.
Nice. I'm going to shut this door
All
for
right.
a sec. Wait 2 seconds.
Yep. Let's hook in.
Are we talking about hooks? Because there's heaps of check hooks today.
Do I
have to ban myself? Do I have to? Oh, no. Can I be me?
No. Who else is there?
Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but, you know.
Who we
Don't be mean.
Who we being mean to?
Check left hook. They said there was 300 punches thrown, 297 check hooks, and 3 over jab. That's about it.
Sky for it today.
Sky Yeah, I didn't get to see Sky's fight, but I heard she won pretty comfortably.
Yeah, she won't come.
Yeah, she did.
He's
I want to see her get some knockouts, but Sky sit down on her punches.
We do. Yeah, we do.
That's going to be the problem. I think later on she's got to transfer from that amateur style and really sit into the pro style a bit more. Sit down on her punches a little bit more, because you know you get them tough Mexican girls and then tough girls that are going to just walk through your shots all night. You got to be able to stop them. So yeah.
She had that in a Spanish opponent today.
Yeah, happened today. Mate, the girl was like running a marathon. She was just forward. But Sky didn't throw straight punches. It was all hooks. Has she got a new team again? She got a new team?
No, same team. Same team in England.
Because she was in Colorado doing a camp.
I like her fight kit, but her fight kit looked nice.
That was good. The New York Knicks stuff.
It looked nice. I like it. It looked
real nice. She went to train with Alicia Baumgardner, and then her opponent didn't end up being a southpaw, but she took her team from England over.
Oh, that's good.
Is she fully based in England now?
Yes, moved there.
Man, there's a few fighters.
Today she won and today she won the WBC silver featherweight title. And last fight she had a Commonwealth title. So there's two pretty decent regional titles she's got under her wing now.
What's next?
But do you want to rush her? I don't know. Do you want to rush the girl? Do
you want to rush her?
No, not after today. That girl was a suitable opponent. Mate, she's an accomplished amateur. She's a decorated amateur. She fought off the jab, the 1-2. That girl was coming forward and she was throwing hooks. Mate, it's all straight punches. When they're coming at you, you got to throw straight. She was throwing left hooks, right hooks, and she was bumping heads. Like, she's got to get her head out of the middle, because these Mexican girls, they come forward. They lead with their heads before their arms. So you don't want to get cut-eyed and bruised up. But
Sky hasn't had a cut yet, has she?
She came close today. When they got close, the other girl was very, very aggressive, man.
Spanish girl, undefeated. Literally didn't throw one jab for the entire 10 rounds. Had a come forward style. Didn't really set her feet. It looked, was that fair to say, Skin? She didn't really even have a stance. She was punching on the walk.
Clumsy, to be honest. I don't want to disrespect her, but she looked clumsy, and Sky should have schooled her. That's honest truth. She just should have schooled her. She did. She won 9 rounds. Maybe 9.
Did it easy.
Yeah.
The ref, a couple of judges gave the other girl a couple of rounds. I didn't give her any rounds at all, none.
No way.
And I think Sky might have broken her hand, or at least hurt it, her left, her power punch, because she was fighting one-handed for the last at least 3.5 rounds solidly. I think she gave a valiant effort, because I think it happened in the third, maybe the fourth. So I think she gave a valiant effort through 5 and 6, and maybe even a little bit to 7. Then halfway through 7, 8, 9, and 10, it was all one-handed fighting.
What's the go with all the female? It seems all the female Australian fighters are ending up over in England. What's the go there, you reckon?
Smaller pool, bigger platform, and it seems to be working out with them. Avril Matthew, who is with Javier Centeno, who trained George Kambosos for the win against Teofimo Lopez. Avril's with Javier in Florida. She fought today. She was undefeated. She came up to 122 and fought Ramala Ali, the Somalian English girl, and that was for a title as well, regional title, but unfortunately Avril came undone. But yeah, there's Ebony's with Matchroom, and Shanika's with Top Rank.
So what's next, do you think, for Sky? Who's next?
Sky wants to start talking possible top 3 by the end of the year, but I agree with Skin. I think she might need to pull it back just a smidge.
I thought you were going to say Amanda Serrano for a second.
I wasn't.
Yeah, it's good.
Is there anyone out here that you can fight?
Beck Walker.
Oh, featherweight?
Yes.
I'd like to see Addie have a fight.
She fought her last fight here.
Yeah.
She fought a Tasmanian girl.
Well, now she's got the title. I'd like to see her come out here and have a couple of defenses here. Is Eddie going to put more fights out here, you reckon?
April 9th.
Nice. Who's headlining that? Do we know
Not sure
yet?
yet. No.
Interesting.
But yeah, she fought Mouse Jacobs, got the Commonwealth title.
Yeah, I remember that.
In the last fight here with Paro Jarvis.
Yeah.
Oh. And now Justice is signed to Matchroom as well. What do you think about that? Showtime.
I mean, I think it's a good move. There's a lot of good fights to make for him there, and if he really wants to make a big name for himself on the international level, I mean, that's the way to go. They've got a lot of pull. They've got a lot of fighters in their pool. So, and they've got a lot of bank behind them, so they can put the big fights on. And it's a good move, I think, for him. It's co-promoted with. Here he is.
Hey lads, how are we?
A nice fight.
Matador.
Still co-promoted with Dean or no?
No. No.
Full gone from Dean.
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. When the No Limit takeover happened, a few of the fighters, including Isaac Hardman, were contracted to have a pay-per-view platform attached to the promoter, and when that didn't happen, the contract then becomes null and void. I think Justice's contract was up as well.
Okay.
But it's still.
So that means Opate is up as well for something. What's he doing?
To be announced soon.
Interesting.
But Jayde just got out of shoulder surgery, sorry.
So what does that mean for DNL now? Is that done and dusted? What do you think?
No, they're doing shows in New Zealand and also looking at other avenues. Dean and Liam are definitely not out of the fight yet.
Wicked. What do you think about the takeover by No Limits with all the Fox shows and that? What's your opinions on that?
I reckon that's a really good question. But first, Matador, how are you? And what do you think about Justice signing with Matchroom?
You avoided it, Flemo.
No, I'll get back to
No, we haven't said hello. How are you, mate? How's it going?
Yeah, good.
Hey, mate.
My favourite boxing concreter.
Just putting the kids to bed, mate. But yeah, man, it's good. It would have been good if he had been still here in Australia and we saw more of him on Fox. I know he's on a global. Who is going to be on a global? Hey, baby. Oh, one's just got up. He's on a global platform now with DAZN, which is cool. But if he was still being here, like he was fighting pay-per-views and stuff here in Australia, and he would have been, hey, baby, dad's. Say hello.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah. So he's on. He's
quite a way.
No, it's not a chance. Yeah. So he was on a global. He's on a global platform with DAZN, but we're not going to see as much of him being promoted here in Australia the way that he would have been with the way that he was with DNL fighting pay-per-views and stuff. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Matchroom do in Australia.
When they do Australian cards, they're going to be loading up Australian cards, obviously, with Australian fighters to help promote both Australian fighters and the Australian market. The good thing about Australia is at the moment, thanks to COVID and the government that is running us, we are now a really, really good-looking third world country with our dollar. So places like England and America can host fights over here because they get bang for buck. It looks very professional and it costs them fuck all.
Yeah.
But they make money, but.
Yeah.
Not the first one. They will.
Yeah. Well, you would hope so. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it. He's the real deal, Ronnie. And yeah, I'm just for my own selfish reasons. It would have been cool to see him still here in Australia being promoted here. But no matter what, dude's going to be successful.
Yeah.
And it'll be good to see some. It'd be good to see competition as well.
It will be.
Matchroom's
He near on done his apprenticeship over here, but is that fair to say, boys?
Yeah, but they can keep bringing fighters over here for him. And
They
keep
will.
Who else
building
has he got to fight here?
I reckon he should be in the UK. I reckon he should be living there. He should be sparring there. There's no one here for him, mate. His best sparring guy up here. That's the best round he gets. He should be in the UK, mate. It's my ideal, mate. It's a heaven for cruiserweights and heavyweights. The UK is full of them, mate. And you're talking A and B level kind of guys, Chizoras and the Whites and all that. They're still good sparring. They're still going to be good opponents. Forget about the A side now. Forget about the AJs and them kind of guys. But he should be beating Chizoras and all them kind of guys, mate.
It'll be cool. It'd be cool if we finally see Dempsey and Hooney now they both signed a Matchroom.
You
Do you
will.
reckon that'll happen, or you will see? You
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
What about Parker?
Parker's in the mix at the moment with Dempsey McKean. Their talks are at the moment Dempsey McKean versus Joe Parker. Joe Parker being signed at the moment with Sky Sports, who Eddie used to be heavily involved with. Love to see that fight for the Tower. Love to see that fight for Joe Parker.
The winner fights Hooney out of that?
Other way around, I'd imagine. Hooney fights the winner.
Either.
He's still. In all honesty, Dempsey is still our highest ranked heavyweight. Flat out, hands down, no argument to it.
Yeah, but Parker's special. Former champion.
Yes.
If you can make a fight here in Australia, between Dempsey and Parker, that's my ideal. You wouldn't run in the UK. You do it here or in New Zealand.
100%. 100%.
So I missed the start of your conversation. What's going on with you now, Showtime?
Oh, we haven't even had a talk about what's going on with me. We were talking about all the other stuff and all the other fights and Sky and all that. But I've got a fight booked in March against Charlie Suarez. He's 18-0 Filipino, ex-Olympian. He was the Olympic captain in that. I think he had about four or five fights in the amateur pro league thing. Remember that amateur pro fight?
Yeah.
Fought Lomachenko and that. But he's number 8 in the world in the IBF at the moment. We're fighting for a few regional titles, and we got word that the winner becomes a mandatory for the IBO world title, and then IBF will move within the top 5. So it's a big fight, and it's a big tough fight. So that's about 5 weeks away.
And who's showing where? Sorry, I didn't see the announcement.
We're putting on the show out here in Western Sydney. My team in that. So we're looking to put it on, and then So I'm focused on that at the moment. I heard Liam already has mentioned my name of possibly a comeback fight back here. I got a little message today. But like I said to the people that messaged me, my focus is on he just had his chance to fight for the world title, and I'm 35 this year, and I haven't had my chance. So if the fight with him moves me closer to a world title, I will jump on that straight away. But at the moment, this guy here is world ranked, gonna push me up in the rankings and that's what I'm focused on now. And maybe listen, I've got to have a fight June, July. So if Liam's ready by June, July, and after this fight, then we could possibly get it on.
Yep.
Massive shout out to Coconut Podcast, Loz. Massive shout out to All Star Boxing and the teams. I'll get back to a few questions in a sec. Showtime, your fight against Davis. Have we got a date?
Against Suarez.
Suarez, sorry.
It is March 16. Booked in for.
March 16.
Yep.
At Penrith.
Yeah, I
March
think
16.
we're looking at Penrith or Rudy Hill out here. So we want to bring some fights out here. We've got the gym out in Western Sydney now. My gym, the SFA, Showtime Fight Academy out here. So, we want to bring some fights out here and do some shows out here. We've got a rich history of fighters out here. We got Taito Ivasas from out here. We got Tyson Pedro is fighting over in on the next UFC card next week. He works out of our gym when he's here. So Arlene Angerfist, she's from out here and she works out of our gym. So want to bring some fight. We've got the Penny Panthers 2 years in a row out here. So you know, why not bring some decent fights out here? So that's the plan. Whose kids?
There we go. Hey,
Usually that's my kids in the background going off.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
It's true. Yeah, it's season.
Matador, did you see Sky's fight today? You didn't, did you? You were too busy doing plans.
I watched the second half of it, and look, Sky's she's a brilliant boxer, but the girl she fought just ran into absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. There's like
face first. She led with her face. Man, I reckon she'd be frustrated with her performance, but frustrated with that opponent too. She literally was running at her throughout the fight. Like, there's just little to no boxing involved. There wasn't a single jab thrown. Just check hook after check hook. It just, yeah. I don't know. I tend to agree with you. The gorgeous one, George Rose. The gorgeous one, George Rose, has sent a request to be in our live. Which one of yous can I drop out for a quick second? Drop him in.
Whatever you want, bro.
You, Matador. That way you can put Drew to bed.
No, I see you later. Ta-ta.
I'll see you in a sec. I'll get you back. Did you get here? Did you go? How you doing?
Hey, George is a big unit, bro.
The biggest unit.
I'm scared of him.
And the best. The biggest and the best. Where is he? Here he is. Where is he?
Imagine.
Oh! The Rose boys, all three, the trifecta, ladies and gentlemen. These boys looking good.
Boys.
Look at those smiles. Congratulations, boys.
Thanks, boys. Oh, look, it was a brave performance by Liam. He's one of the most beautiful people we met, and unfortunately last night he should have been crowned world champion, and you know, we can't we'll challenge what happened, but we understand that he trained really hard and he had the performance that I think deserved what he got. We thought we'd jump in because otherwise, you know, people run us down and we know what people are like. We thought we'd jump in and say hello to everyone, and we respect everything you guys give to boxing, you know, but we're gonna listen, don't make out skinny. He knows. Skinny, you know you hate on us every now and then, brother, but we're gonna jump in and we're gonna say something to you, brah. I love you.
I tell you what,
hands up, Skin.
Even in defeat, that his stock has risen. Liam is worth more these days than he was before.
100%.
And there was a 27 count between the start and the finish, but they're gonna use the mouthguard as an excuse. That's honest truth. They're gonna go back.
Yeah,
and
we knew that.
Yeah, that's what they got it. They got it out. You know what I mean? They're out.
And we're gonna stick up. As promoters, we've got to stick up for our fighter because we know that he got absolutely robbed, and we'll do everything we can from our side, but we know what they're going to say. We know the fact they're going to say the mouth guard and everything else. But one kid, you know, he went over to America 10 weeks ago and trained his ass out and give the performance of his life, and that's all we want. You know, anyone that fights on our cards, anyone that's with us, we love the fact that we can provide opportunities like we did last night, and the fact that he didn't get the result that he deserved, the fact that we got that result, I guess that opportunity for him, we're really proud of that. And, you know, we got Tim Zhu in about another 4 weeks. We got David Light after that. You know, it's a good place to be.
Great place to be. Any people want to know, any news on the scales? What do you think the outcome will be with the what's the what I'm looking for? Protest.
But you know how it was with the scales. Like Liam jumped on what 126, and then he weighs in 10 minutes later, and he's 136.
130.
No, 129, and then went down to 126. And if anyone knows Liam, This time around, he looked like he did it the easiest that he's ever done it, but he has had times where it's been a little bit more difficult to make
All around the world,
129.
man. All
The
around
fact
the
that he's
world. Like,
made
it's not rocket
126,
science to understand that, Rob. You know that.
Look,
He didn't
100%.
look gone. He didn't look gone as well. Like
nah,
for,
that's
for
right.
He looked
someone
good.
that
That's right,
for
Paulie.
saying
You're right.
he looked thick. He looked.
Yeah, but look, I don't know what happened with the scales, but someone touched it. But the other guy was coming up in weight, and he actually looked soft around the belly. Like Liam's,
Yeah.
he was in better shape. He had the more power. Technically, he was better. He was just unlucky on the night. That's the honest truth. Liam was better in every department. You know what I mean? Mate, when that bloke was doing pad work, I thought it was a stitch up. I thought he was just being clumsy. Then he gets in the ring and he does the same. Liam scored him in the first 5 rounds. Won 4 out of the first 5 rounds. I don't know if he gassed. Honestly, I don't know if he got tired, because after round 6, he just declined a bit, you know?
Nah, to be fair, Skinny, and you've been in this situation before, is that the body punches that Navarrete done, like, it catches up on you, right? So you go back and watch the fight, and Liam was very well prepared. You know, he could have went to 12 rounds, and you get in situations, and you look at round 4, at the end of the day, we shouldn't have got to round 8 or whatever it was, because he won round 4, he won the world title. To go 27 seconds, we're not even talking about 14, 15 seconds, but 27 seconds for the count, that's unbelievable. It's unheard of. I remember the situation, I haven't watched the footage, but they told me about the Manny Pacquiao long count. Tell me how long that was.
16.
16. So that was 16. So add another 11 seconds.
Yeah, no.
And it's unbelievable.
So
on the
really,
night,
the ref should have called time, sent him to the neutral corner, picked up the mouth guard, got the corner up, washed the mouth guard.
No, get the corner up.
Hey, you should have continued it on, bruh.
What
Yeah,
happens
but
if
You know yourself, right? So
Aren't
when
you meant to
you're
wash
in the
the mouth
position,
guard out and put it in?
No. If the fighters are
when you're in
fighting,
the position,
if the fighters are fighting and the mouth guard comes out, when there's a halt in the action, then they give it to the corner. But if the fighter's mouth guard comes out when he gets knocked down, they don't give it to the corner. The referee
they
puts
keep
it,
going.
because if he goes and gives it to the corner and the corner drops the mouth guard, we're talking about a 1 minute halt. You know what I mean?
yes.
Nelson. If you give that mouth guard to the corner and the fighter's gone, mate, he can throw that mouth guard into the crowd. What's going to happen?
Well, the argument there is, and yes, you are correct, Skin, but the argument there, here's where Liam got cheated. He got cheated because they continued that count on when the mouth guard came out. Had the referee halted time, okay, and washed the mouth guard out and stuck it in, Navarrete would have got that extended period, he would have, but Liam would have got that extra time in the round to jump on him. By the time they got back to it, the time was gone.
Well, look, one thing I talk about in sport in general, boys, you talk about inches, right? You talk about rugby league, AFL, you talk about boxing. It doesn't matter. It's the inches that count. So you come down and you think about it, right? Liam, when he dropped Navarrete, was at the end of the round.
Yep.
He got to survive. He got to look after by the ref. At the end of the day, he got looked after. If that happened at the start of the round, Navarrete does not last the round. Unfortunately for Liam, Navarrete caught him at the start of the round. You know what I mean? So he was never going to be able to survive the rest of the round. And unfortunately, you know, that's what happens in sport. It's about timing. It's about when things happen. But one thing I can't ever take away from Liam is a true warrior. And at 18-1, he would have become the biggest upset in Australian boxing history for world title had he won that. 18-1 he started. And the performance he put in, there's no way anyone could say he was 18-1 because he gave it a red-hot crack. And I believe now he showed he was world-class. Do you all agree?
100%.
He's very
100%.
dangerous.
Now, unfortunately, Navarrete moves on now to Alvarez. Is that a done deal, or can you get Navarrete before the fact?
Is it Alvarez or Valdez?
Valdez.
Oh, look, I think Valdez and Navarrete will happen. We'll have a talk to Liam. We'll let him have a rest. He's been in a big camp. Like, he trained at headbangers with Barry Hunter and Benny Harrington and Chris and Boogie, and he had a really good camp, but it was a long camp. It was really hard. He done a lot of sparring. He needs to have a rest, and once he's back, we can re-look at what he can do. I think, depending on what the outcome of the commission, and look, I don't trust anyone in the commission. I don't trust anyone anywhere in regards to world boxing, boys. Let's be honest. They're never going to give Aussies a leg up, but we'll do our best in that regards. But we'd love to stage a world title back in Australia. We'll do that so he gets the best chance of winning. All we want is fairness.
He ain't fighting you again. He won't fight you. Navarrete won't fight a rematch.
No, of course.
Oh, look,
Take the belt before.
I'd love to think that we will fight the winner of, if we don't get the result in regards to the protest, I'd love to think that we would fight the winner of Valdez and Navarrete. And we'll make sure this happens in Australia this time, because for too long, Australians have got ripped off on the world stage, and we need to make sure that they get the best opportunity to make that happen. But yeah, no, it's been a great journey with Liam Wilson. He's a great kid. We've got a lot of time for him, and we're going to create more opportunities for him. And we've got a whole heap of other boys that are coming through. Anyone else you want to talk about? We've got a great fight with Timmy Zoo with Harrison coming up.
The level up in America in Liam was undeniable. We've seen it with Paro. We've seen it with everybody that's going to America. They've leveled up immensely. We now see Tim Zoo's been over in America for quite some time now, boys. How's he looking?
Where's the venue at? Where's the fight at? We need a venue. I want to book tickets. Is it in Melbourne?
Walgett. You know where Walgett is, brother? We're taking it to Walgett.
No, I'm not going to Walgett.
Tickets for Walgett.
WAC.
I didn't get past Dublin.
Listen, we're gonna announce the fight for Timmy Zoo on Wednesday. Listen, it's gonna be a really big fight. It's gonna be a really big fight for Australian boxing. Timmy Zoo, I cannot commend him as a fighter any more than what he is. He's got an undisputed world title shot against Charlo. Tell me how many fighters in the world will take a fight against Tony Harrison to get your shot against undisputed. That's unheard of. When I talk to everyone in America, everyone I run into, they go, "Why are you doing that?" And I said, Timmy Zoo is different to anyone else I know. Timmy Zoo takes fights that no one else will take. When he's got an undisputed shot, he's taking a dangerous guy like Tony Harrison. It's unheard of, boys.
It's unbelievable. It's huge. And he's looking good, Matty.
Oh, is he looking good? I watched him spar the other day. Timmy Zoo is like, he's that hot, like pizza would burn. I don't know how hot that is, but he's that hot. And listen, Timmy Zoo is the ultimate professional. He's I guess the application to the training that he's shown over the period of time over the last 3 years. We're so proud to be involved with him, and he's going to shock the world. Like, he's going to fight Tony Harrison. He's going to bash Tony Harrison. He's going to go into Charlo. He's going to beat Charlo. And all of a sudden, the world's going to go, Timmy Zoo, you're the fucking champion of the world, you know? And everything's open to him then. But I love the fact that he's built his trade in Australia. He's built up his audience. People love him in Australia. Now we're going to take on the world. You know what I mean? It's so good that we've been on that journey together. It's so good that we can provide that journey for him and I guess all the fighters that are coming through.
That is awesome. That is awesome news. Awesome news. Garside, Sammy Goodman. When can we see something from them?
Harry's he's doing a little bit in the amateur scene at the moment. He's always been able to switch back and forth. So he's going to take on a couple of amateur tournaments. Listen, Sammy Goodman's got a tough fight coming up, guys. He's taking a tough fight. We'll announce it on. Oh, listen, we'll announce it here. We'll announce it on your show right now. He's taking on former IBF world champion TJ Doney in a big fight. Like he's a former world champion. He's very well credentialed.
Southpaw.
It's a tough fight for Sammy, but Sammy has trained his ass off. It's the same thing. He jumped up. He went to America. He sparred unbelievably over the last how many rounds? How many weeks? Yeah, 6-7 weeks. 6-7 weeks. And we seen him the other night. He come down and watched Liam Wilson in his performance, and Sammy's flying. So, but he's got a tough fight. You know, to be able to fight TJ, who we know is very awkward. I think it's going to be a really good fight on the Zoo card.
We just got a question from Stevie from Suff Boxing. He said, "Who is Sarah Foley fighting next?"
What happened?
Steve from Suff Boxing, Kane Clark's trainer.
Stevie. Who is Dara fighting?
Yeah.
He's in a very good fight. Why is everyone trying to break news here now? We're gonna release stuff, boys. We can't break everything on the one night.
Can we get a venue,
We'll call it rumours for now. We'll call it rumours for now. That way, when the official announcement comes through,
Dara Foley on rumours. That's all it is.
it's just there's a rumour.
It's an unbelievable fight. Listen, I know them boys down in Melbourne. I know they come to fight. Like Stevie prepares the boys really well. And I know they're going to come to fight. I know Kane Clark can really fight. And Dara never backs down from anyone. So, anyway, we don't know when that date is on. We don't know if that fight's happening. But we'll just say right now it's rumours.
Rumours are great. We love that because then that hypes it up for when it really does happen.
Jump on, no more exclusive on this page right now. We have nothing to announce.
What are venues? What are venues?
I
don't want to pay $800
to
go to Melbourne the day before.
Skinny, book all your accommodation at
Listen,
Walgett.
go to Walgett.
I'm out of Walgett.
You know where that is?
Dubbo. I'll stay at Dubbo.
We're about a 2-hour ride from there, and you're right.
Listen,
I'll go see my Simpson family.
That's it, Debbie Simpson and Shane and John and all, you know?
I'll be with them, brother.
Yes, that's it. Listen, Paulie Fleming, what are you doing next, brother?
We got Charlie Suarez from Philippines, world number 8. We're trying to put on a show out here. We're looking at March 16th. So win that fight and we go up the world rankings. I think we go mandatory for IBO. We'll go top 5 in IBF and go across the board, world rated. So that's the plans, brother. That's the plans.
Awesome.
We've got to try and keep busy. We had an unfortunate end to last year. You know, 2 fights fell over. You know, the fight over Dubai, flew all the way over Dubai, and that was a shit show. But it is what it is, and yeah, just looking forward to. I'm not getting any younger, so I want the Liam Wilson special. I want my world title shot, brother. So that's what I'm working. That's what I'm working towards, a world title shot. You know.
Listen, what we
But he did great, man. He did great. He proved his. He proved to the world what we already knew. We knew he was a tough bastard. He's a fighter. He's a Queenslander, so that tells the story half there. He bleeds maroon, the fella, and he's a tough prick. So, and he did a great job, man. He did a great job. Unfortunate how the cards fell, but he put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, that's awesome. Listen, we should bring the best up against the best. I think Liam Wilson and Paulie Fleming showdown someday should be a great headline for No Limit Boxing. Yeah,
100%, 100% it would be. That would be a great fight, and it would be a privilege. It'd be a privilege, and yeah, coming off that big win too, it'd be great. We'd love to get that done.
I'll talk on behalf of Paul. I'll talk on behalf. Show me the money. Show me the money. That's all. Show me the money.
Skinny.
Show me
How
the
many
money.
times do you want to say that?
Paul says.
You said that more times than Joe McGuire. You can't keep saying that, Skinny.
Listen, Skinny. Last time I seen you, I give you $100 to go to the bar You give me no change. He
I
bought
think
me a Coke. He bought me Coca-Cola. I said, Skinny, any change? He said, nah, brother, they took all the money. I was thinking, I seen what went in your pocket.
Hey, the Crown's expensive, man. You don't buy a Coke for the Crown.
We love you, boys. Keep doing what you do, eh?
Very good.
Talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
boys. Appreciate you.
Be nice.
Yeah,
Hey, Georgie.
There,
I know
Georgie.
you're Damon, the voice of Australian boxing, but what you do right here on Before the Fight, we absolutely love it. You're the voice of Australian boxers, and your lives are the absolute grouse, brother. Make sure you keep doing them because I love watching them. I love hearing the boys speak, and we appreciate you giving us the time
Hey,
tonight.
Thank
Thank you,
Georgie,
brother.
can you
you,
say,
Georgie.
can you say gay the doggies?
Who are the doggies?
Ah,
Who are the doggies? Oh, listen. See, I only look at the top 8. I don't look at them other guys.
we're rebuilding. We're rebuilding.
What about the Dolphins
Hey.
this year? Hey, what about the Dolphins this year? What do you reckon?
Hey, I hope the Dolphins go good, and I hope the doggies go good. I love you, boys, and I appreciate what you do.
Safe
Love
travels.
you, boys. Thank you.
Safe travels.
The Rose boys. Yeah, the boys. Holy dooly, it doesn't get much better than that. Oh, my God. We better get Jayde back because he's going to be wondering why they never mentioned him.
Because you have to be an active fighter. Jayde, I only speak nice of you, Jayde.
Hey,
Jayde, Skinny said the only reason why No Limit didn't mention you just then is because he's got to be an active fighter. Matador, your response.
it's 100%. It's true. 100% is true. I feel like last year, honestly, I've rededicated myself to boxing now, and I've got the sponsorship. This year I'll be full time again. But man, I'm a family man. I've got a lot of bills. Last year, if I'm being honest, I was taking the piss. I was. That fight with Mark Lucas, I was working flat out and training around work, and you can't do that if you want to be a boxer. So I gotta dedicate my life to this, and I owe a lot to the Rose boys. Like, they're doing good things, and I know that they will give me good fights.
The best.
But I got to prove myself, and that's what I made my mind up to do, and that's all there is to it. I was taking the piss last year. That's what do you want me to say? That's honestly what it is. It is what it is.
I want you to say something a bit more fun and a bit more positive. You fucking downer after that. Jesus Christ.
Hey, that's the truth.
Fuck, make me want to cut my wrist. Go lives aren't supposed to make you sad.
Actions speak louder than words. As you can see, like my face, I'm not as big bloated fat bastard in the face right now. I'm doing the work. I'm for real. I'll do it properly, and I know that No Limit boys
Maybe
will give me something.
That was the problem before. You reckon your dad was the problem?
maybe. That's I'll tell you what. I've been fighting now for 22 years, like since I was 15 years of age. I just turned 37, and man, this has reinvigorated me. Being in a gym full of young, hungry fighters, they're all just chomping at the bit to get their hands on me. I love it. And look, it was a bit of pill to swallow with the old boy, because you don't think about your dad's mortality. Dad's 74 years of age now. When he went through cancer for the Zilly fight, I'm being a downer again. But when he went through cancer for the Zilly fight, it's the first time I ever thought about my dad's mortality. I still look at my father. My father's my best mate. I still look at my father like my kids look at me. Like, dad's, I don't know, you don't think about your dad's mortality, and he started to slow down a little bit, and it wasn't after coming back from cancer, he wasn't the same. It just wasn't, and he just said, "Look, mate, I don't think I can give you what you need now. I think I'm past it. I want to play my golf. I want to enjoy life, and I don't think I can give you what you need now." So
that is the nicest way of saying that. That is the nicest way of saying that you'll never make super middleweight ever, and only a father can do that. So thank you, Len.
I'll give $1,000. I'll put $1,000 on it with you here. Let's Robbie, $1,000 on that. Does anyone take that? Anyone want to take that?
You reckon you can make super middleweight?
I've got faith in you. I don't believe you, but I've got faith in you.
Dude, I have, mate. I've got such great opportunities now at this stage of my career. Everything's where it should be. I will put $1,000 on that. Take my money right now. Take that bet right now. If you're going to be a smart ass and say shit like that, take my money, right? Take the bet.
Yeah,
for any reason at all, that you can't make super middleweight by the next fight. Any reason at all.
Any reason at all.
Are you
$1,000.
next fight?
My next
I'll
fight.
take it.
Your next fight?
You'll take it. $1,000. We hear that right here. $1,000. $1,000 bucks.
fight.
Everyone heard it here. There's 91 people watching. 95 people right now. $1,000 bucks. My next fight is super middleweight. All right, sweet.
I believe in you, brother. I believe in you.
No, mate.
I believe in you too.
I've been doing
And if that motivates you and gets you across the line, I'm happy to do it. Skinny, Nathan DiCarlo says, can you buy him a coffee since you've got change from that $100?
It was the crown. You know how expensive the crown is. There's no change, mate. They don't give you change.
That's how it goes.
You're another fence setter, DiCarlo. You never speak the truth. You sit on your hands, mate. Hey, Flemo, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You're world class, yeah?
You what?
No disrespect. You're world class.
Yeah.
You're ranked in the world. Why in the hell are you chasing the IBO title? You're a legitimate 4-belt fighter. WBA, WC, IBF. You haven't had your opportunity and lost, and then went and fought for the IBO. You know what I mean? Like IBO is good for an up and comer. It's good for a defining fighter when they sort of can't win it. You're still a chance of winning the world title.
Yeah.
Like, why settle for an IBO?
No,
Honestly.
we're not. We're not. We're chasing them all. We're chasing. It's just whichever the cards. Some of them there's a wait. You know what? Am I going to keep waiting and see what happens and see how when the chips fall, or do you fight for whatever you can fight for? See, with all these other fights going on now, like say how long until Navarrete and that fight, and then how much longer are you going to wait? You know what I mean? Who knows what's that? With the IBF, you got the Russian guy who has the title, and he's fighting this Welsh guy that smashed his hand up.
Yeah.
So then, like, if you're mandatory for that, you've got to wait for them to fight. So you might not be fighting for a world title for another year.
You know what? No bullshit.
Push the pedal.
Styles make fights. The guy that Liam fought on the weekend, you win every round against him. He doesn't hit you twice. But I'll tell you what, Liam will give you nightmares. Does that make sense?
Oi, hang on a sec, Skin.
Yeah.
Flem, Showtime.
Yeah.
These conversations you and I had last night, I told you.
Yeah.
That kid.
I think Liam's dangerous early on, especially with his left hook. He's got a good left hook, left rip, and he's very dangerous early on. But I don't know what it is. He seems to, like you said, he seems to lose his way, and he did in the last fight against the Argentinian guy. He kind of loses his way midway through the fight. I've proven my last few fights that I've got a gas tank, and I keep throwing, and I can finish the fight hard. So, you know, I'm confident. I'm confident in that fight. I'm confident in all the fights, you know. And now, especially because I've got my own gym now. I'm training every day. I run every day. I'm doing everything every day. Like that, and that you can see the difference in my fights. You know, you can see the difference in my punch output. You can see the difference in my physique, everything, the way I'm fighting. So, you know, I'm living and breathing it now. So I back myself. But yeah, I wasn't very impressed with Navarrete. It was the body shots that slowed Liam up, man. If you watch that back, them body shots, they were doing some damage.
I don't know why Liam didn't get body. Liam's a good body puncher. Like, Navarrete was soft around the belly. I don't know why Liam didn't dig him in, mate. I reckon he would have got him.
He was scared of getting caught over the top.
Yeah,
catching
Matador.
Navarrete's been soft his whole career, body-wise. And, man, the way that he lunged in and stuff was weird as fuck. He would lunge from way too far out, and he would change what he was doing halfway through that lunge, but still find balance and still find heavy shots. That's a weird motherfucker. Like, how do you prepare for someone like that? It's all well and good to say, oh, we're going to catch him lunging in, stuff like that. He changed on a dime and changed the tempo and changed the pace of that fight. And it's just like a snowball rolling downhill, just built up more and more pace. The way that he would lunge in from miles out, you'd be like, oh, I see what you're doing there. You're miles away from me. He would literally change direction and find balance and shoot a shot off it. It was
and land three punches.
Yeah.
He'll land 2 and 3, 2 and 3.
The guy's arms. Have you looked on Box Rec at the guy's reach? It says 183 centimeter reach or something, if that's correct on BoxRec.
Correct.
183 centimeters.
His arms, he had like the arms of an orangutan. They were long as, man. They were long. His arms were
183, 72 inches, 183 centimeters in reach. And he's got
centimeters.
Yeah.
At that level too.
He's got a 6 foot reach.
At that
Yeah.
level, Skinny would be able to attest to this. At that level, it's a game of, you said it earlier, it's a game of inches, milliseconds, and things turn on a dime in a fight. Look, I'll be honest, I've been in probably 3 real fights in my professional boxing career with other world-class fighters. And that's not a joke. Majority of fighters...
Look at what Steve commented.
Majority of fighters go through their career in Australia and they don't fight in fights like that. They've got no idea. You look at Andrew Maloney versus Franco. Look how quickly that changed with the body shot. You're trying to catch up from something like that, and things they happen so fast. And you've got a fucking killer in front of you who's been in more world title fights than you've had fights. Man, the experience and the inches and milliseconds and how quickly things change in a fight like that. The way that Liam did die off. He fought back. He died off. He fought back. Look. Shit happens so fast at that level. Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, he did amazing work. Shout outs to Callum Peters, 50 cal. He's on. Who else have we got? Snapper says Matador is looking lean and mean, and he's loving the haircut, I think, as well, which is good. Paul Briggs. Oh, I'm trying to get back to everybody here. Billy Dibb. Everybody's on. Great to see everybody in. I'm trying to get back to everybody. Great to see everyone. Matador, you are looking good. You're looking good. The haircut looks good. Bit of colour through the hair from the sun. You're looking lean. Christian Honor is saying good things about you. Flemo's looking healthy. Good to see both you guys in the gym on the reg. Skinny's back. Good to see. He hasn't dyed his beard. He's not going to dye his beard. He told Sava, I'm staying with the white. I'm proud and I'm strong, and I love it.
I like it. Right. Hey, guys, I'm going to have to shoot off and get these kids ready for dinner. Thanks for having us on, eh?
Always, Flam. Always, Showtime. All right, bro, I'll let you go.
Take care.
That's that.
Ben Hussein was meant to be on, isn't he?
Who was?
Hey?
Ben Hussein. Was he going to be on?
Mate, I'll tell you what, it just listening to the Rose Boys talk then just gets me fucking...
How good was that? Good was that?
Timmy Zoo, by all accounts, is just on fucking fire. Like,
yes.
Yeah, just gets me G'd up massively. And now it's just, as far as me fighting, it's just up to me to prove myself, man. So that's all I'm focused on right now is just doing the work. No shit. I was taking the piss last year. It is what it is. Job's on.
Mate,
yeah.
like I've said to you from the very get-go, Jayde, and Skin said it to you as well. Everyone wants to see the best Matador. No one wants to see you trying. Everyone wants to see the best Matador, especially this stage of your career. You lost 30 kegs or near on for the Mark Lucas fight. Tremendous effort with a bub on the way and home renovations, if I'm remembering correctly. Massive effort. And Lucas, no slouch for coming in on your first one back for ages. Everyone wants to see the best Matador. Isn't that fair, Skin?
No, honestly, yeah, but you're selling yourself for short as well, Jayde. You're a super middleweight. You can make super middleweight. Otherwise, campaign a light heavy. If it's dangerous, I don't worry about the 1,000. I'll pay the 1,000 for you. But if it's dangerous on your body, like submit to the fact. Say, mate, I'm 35. You don't have to be stubborn about it.
No, it's not being stubborn. It can be done, and just with like. I'm not just saying I want to get there. Like my nutritionist, my endocrinologist, everyone, it can be done. Look at even for the Lucas fight, I was still soft-bodied, man. I don't know. I must be like part. Fuck it. I don't know. The genetics I've got, I put on. I'm like a walrus, mate. As soon as I stop moving, I just put on fucking body fat. It's fucked all over my whole body. But now look, I will get there, mate. I'm doing the work, and I've rededicated myself to boxing, and hopefully all my sponsors are in soon. Because without them, it's almost impossible in Australian boxing to be able to do this without good financial support. So that's been a massive
you can't at your stage with the level of competition they're going to give you. You can't be a part-time fighter, Matt, at all. You've got to be full-time.
No, they both suffer. They both absolutely suffer. See, look, and now this year too, like I've just started working with a new strength coach and everything as well, strength and conditioning coach. Look, I'm not big weights or anything like that, but everything's all back to a proper professional camp again, and hopefully within the next weeks I'm a full-time athlete again. And I will be till my career is finished, because you can't do both properly because they both suffer. But I'm not a kid. I've got massive overheads. I've got a family to support. I've been running a business. Like it's all. But I need to do this, and I need to do it properly, because time is of the essence, man. I'm not a kid. I've got to do this and do it properly now. I haven't been knocked around. I do believe my best fights are ahead of me if I can do this properly.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway.
I agree 150%.
Yeah,
you just got to move. You got to move quick, man. You got to be active. 2 fights this year, couple of fights. You just got to be quick, man.
No limit. 1 4 fights.
What's happening with Haas? Does anyone know what's happening with Haas?
Who's Haas? Hamden.
Yeah.
Is any fighting on the next show, March?
Well, let's ask this young up and comer.
He's always upside down. Hello, Jeffrey.
What's happening?
Hello, mate.
Why am I upside down?
What's going on, bud?
Wait, turn your cameras, Jeff.
Other way,
Jeff. Keep going. There you go.
The Jeff Fenech roller coaster. We've just gone around the world.
What's happening, boys?
You in Thailand?
How are you, legend?
Jeff?
What do you think of Liam's fight?
Mate, a little upset again, the refereeing. I think that the count was crazy long and gave him a lot of extra time. But again, look, sometimes I think, man, if I was in the corner, I would have been going crazy in there. We all would have been fighting for my boy, And, straight after that, and after the fight, I would have, I don't know, I would have, said what I had to say, which wouldn't have been nice about the referee or the officials there on that occasion.
How's Haas going?
Haas is going great. Sparring early, and he hurt a bit of a rib, but he's fine. Just finished training today, so hopefully we'll get some sparring the last couple of days before we come home. But everything's been going great.
Still in Thailand then, yes?
Yeah, we are. It's 4:26 here, so yeah, we're just about to meet in an hour and a half for some dinner. But no, everything's going good. The boys have had some great sparring, and yeah, like I said, we've just been working really hard.
Is Brock over there as well?
Yeah, Brock's with us as well. Of course, Brock's with us. Yeah, so yeah, we've been having some great sparring, not just with the Thais. We had a Japanese guy who's had some amazing experience, top 140 pounder, a couple of other guys. So look, the sparring's been good. We're just trying to make a few changes and some adjustments, and yeah, do what we have to do.
Skin.
Yeah, mate. Tell me. Me and Jeff, mate, we clash, brother. We clash.
No, we never clash.
I beat him in tennis once. He wasn't happy. I beat him in table tennis once. He wasn't happy.
Beat me swim.
Mate, you whinge about the swimming every time I see you, Skinny.
He cheated in swimming.
Yeah,
he jumped the gun.
No.
He jumped before the gun went off.
There was a gun in there, was there? Anyway, one thing about Skinny, I said, one of the training him and his brothers and being associated was an amazing experience for us. Maybe some of the best times of my boxing career, and was being with those boys. They gave me a lot of highlights.
We had good days.
Yeah.
Great days. And we're seeing it. We're seeing that again now with the camaraderie between Haas and Brocky and even Jack. Like back when you'd always see the three of them together. So you're seeing that camaraderie come back through again in this next generation. It's great to see.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that when you're doing stuff, you do it with a team and you all help each other. it's a pretty lonely sport when you get out there. But I like to think that you know, in the build up, everybody helps each other, and that's what my boys are like. So, you know, that's what I make sure happens. Like, they all support each other, help each other, and yeah, it's been great.
How did Brock bounce back after the Paro fight? How'd he go?
Well, it's up to him. You know, there's a lot of pressure on him. He hasn't taken it well. I mean, he's one of these guys who hates himself for what happened, and then he's still kind of reliving it all the time. So it's, you know, he's got to put all that to the past and just get on with it and then work hard. Here in sparring's been great. I mean, he's, you know, well, there's lots of changes he has to make, and you know, he knows the changes. I know the changes. We've spoken about them, so he's got to go out there and take his time and pick punches and yeah, do things a little different. He just, you know, because he's big and strong, it doesn't mean he can knock everybody out, and doesn't mean you can't be knocked out because you're bigger and stronger. So yeah, we've gone through a lot of things, and hopefully you know, he'll come back better. You know, I mean, you know, getting, you know, hitting the first round early like that and isn't as far as I'm concerned is hey, it's not a great look, but I mean, he didn't get beat up. He never got, you know, hurt during the whole fight. It was just a real flash thing that happened, and bad luck. I've obviously seen him. He tried to get up. He tried his best, but like I said, he got hit early, and he just wasn't ready for it. Now, like I said, I can sit here and make a million excuses, but I've got none. We lost the fight against somebody better on the day, and now it's up to Brock and myself to try to turn it around.
Matador.
I was going to say, as far as working with a team, this is the first time in my entire career that I've worked with a team at Real Deal Boxing. And it's a tiny team, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, especially all the young fellas there too, just chomping at the bit to get their hands on me. And it inspires me too. These kids absolutely live it. There's so many good amateurs that Christian's got there, and there's a few decent young pros. Matthew at Davlos, and a few others who come through the gym all the time. It's being part of a team is really, I know it's really refreshed me at this stage of my career. That's for sure. But fellas, I got to go put this little girl to bed now. So lovely chatting. See you, Jeff. See you, Skinny. See you, Rob.
Good luck with everything, brother. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, we'll knock it on the head there, Matador. Thanks, mate. Jeff, go and have some dinner with the boys. We're looking forward to seeing Hass and Brock back in. We love the boys. Thanks for jumping on, and enjoy Thailand for the last couple of days.
Thanks,
Skinny, always a pleasure. Make sure you don't dye that beard. And if you ever try and challenge Fenech in anything, make sure you win this time.
Get a whistle.
He's used to coming second with me. Even at 58, I can still beat him at everything. He's no brains good.
That's how Jeff.
All right, boys. Love yous. Thanks, eh? God damn. How good